Fire is to make the running here. Firestorm, a last up winner, is the last to move in. Drawn the outside barrier. On the outside of the favourite, Lady Shenandoah. 260 is the caller. And we're ready to go now on the Group 1 Coolmore Classic, $1 million in prize money. We're set to go. Ready. Set now. And they're off and racing. Lady Shenandoah's left the gates quite cleanly from the wide draw. Manawa's first into stride, bursting through Amelia's Jewel, Marble Arch. Lady Shenandoah's in that clump, and Lady of Camelot's cast very wide. Elsefina's poking through together with Cure Volant, then Scarlet Oak, Alencia. Further back to Our Gold Hope, Sounds of Heaven, Electrica. And 3 lengths last of all is Firestorm. They go into the first bend, and Manawa pushes on, clears the pack now at the 1,000. It's Manawa by 2 on Marble Arch. Amelia's Jewel third, followed by Elsefina, Cure Volant, Lady of Camelot out wide going forward, and Lady Shenandoah just drops in, looks to be one off the fence midfield. They're followed by Scarlet Oak on the rails. Our Gold Hope deeper out, Alencia going through the middle. Further back then to Electrica, Sounds of Heaven, and Firestorm the last one. Manawa leads them up in the Group 1, 600 to go from Marble Arch. Lady of Camelot's working a backside off out wide, followed by Amelia's Jewel, Elsefina, and Lady Shenandoah is getting a great cut into it as they straighten up. Further back to Alencia, Scarlet Oak pushing through on the rails. At the 300, and Manawa shows the way from Lady of Camelot. Amelia's Jewel, Lady Shenandoah is the widest, and the filly is starting to hit top gear. Firestorm from a long way back, but Lady Shenandoah moves up at the 150. Lady of Camelot brave. Lady Shenandoah from Lady of Camelot, Firestorm, and Lady Shenandoah won the Group 1 Coolmore. Only narrowly. Firestorm a cracking second. Lady of Camelot a brave third, followed in by Alencia. Then came Manawa, Cure Volant, Scarlet Oak went right up the fence. Further back to Amelia's Jewel, Marble Arch, Sounds of Heaven, and Our Gold Hope was well back too with Electrica. Lady Shenandoah takes out her third Group 1, claiming the Coolmore Classic, paying $220, $140. The in-form Firestorm with a big run down the outside. Another few bounds and Firestorm would have been winning the Group 1. Firestorm, Tyler Schiller for Chris Waller, $4.10. Lady of Camelot, what a brave run by her over the 1,500 metres. At the 100, she was still slogging it out with a sparring partner. And has run third, Lady of Camelot, 170. Now we stand by on the fourth number. Alencia was running on. Yeah, Alencia will get up and finish into a clear fourth there at the end. Placings are 4, 9, 6 and 2. 4, 9, 6 and 2. Time is 1:27:38, 33:91. The last 600 metres, 33.91. So Lady Shenandoah, a narrow victory in the Coolmore Classic. Ahead the margin, a half length to third, ahead by a half.
Here's Chris Waller. Something special.
It was, yeah. She's done it all in the last probably 6 months. Every task we set her, she delivers, and she loves a fight. And yeah, she's beaten the older mares today, carrying a bit of weight. And pre-race wasn't perfect. It's a warm Rosehill day, and she had a good sweat, which scared me a little. But great ride from the draw to get into the spot that he did, and that certainly saved a bit of petrol for late.
Did you tell McDonald make sure you ride at 54.5?
He knows I'll be checking. And that was one of the reasons why Via Sistina didn't gallop. He said, I'm not going to have enough energy to hold Via Sistina and Lady Shenandoah. Which one is it?
Okay.
So I'll let you in on that secret now.
Is she comparable, or does she remind you of any of the good fillies you've had?
Look, the good fillies we've had just keep getting better and better and better. She's already there. So our job is to try and get her to that next level again of repeat success at Group 1 level. So it's not going to be easy for her. And some of those great horses we've had have been later maturers. So I don't like to compare, but Winks wasn't doing this at Winks' age.
Same time.
Yeah.
Is that the last we've seen of her for the autumn?
I would say so. I do tend to change my mind a little bit as I'm getting older.
I thought you were a pattern man, Chris. They all call you a pattern man.
I try to be. I would say it's highly unlikely, but I'll speak to the owners, with due respect to them, of course, and work out, what she needs to do to be right in the spring.
Okay, when's Autumn Glow back?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, 1,200 metres.
One goes out, one comes in.
I hope it's as easy as that.
Well done, Chris. Congratulations.
Thank you.
J-Mac. It's early days, but is there a bit of freak about her?
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's doing the right things anyway, and she wasn't entitled to win. She was all out at the 100, and she was worked up prior to the start, which just saying it was a bit of a concern, just whether it was her home track. But we were able to just have a couple of minutes where she took a breath round at the start, and she began out well and fitted in, and then showed her quality fighting. I think she's a fast filly. I think as she gets older and starts filling out into her frame, I think she'll come back and trip and be even faster.
Right on, mate.
Thanks.